There's an incredible discussion in a couple different places of our literature to try to sum up what is the most important verse in the Torah. The language is klal gadol, like the great principle, something foundational. And as is surprising to no one, there's a dispute among the rabbis. If I asked you to throw out a core verse, I bet you'd guess them. Does anybody just want to throw out, if like, on one foot, most significant verse, foundational verse in the Torah you'd throw out? Shema. Okay, that's one of them. Good. Anybody else? So no. Okay, so Rabbi Hamilton quotes yet another one. He already knew. If you want to see, there's a Rabbi Ben Pazi who throws out exactly what Rabbi Hamilton just named, which is great. He is the rabbi of the shul. If you turn to page 24, you'll see a citation from chapter 28 in Bamidbar. It's not the first place we learn about the daily sacrifices, the morning and evening afternoon sacrifices, but it is the place, we read this every Rosh Chodesh, in describing the daily commandments. A peculiar verse that gets chosen to be part of this, maybe this is the most foundational, is on 26. It's the third complete line, the third word in Et hakeves echad ta'aseh v'boker ve'et hakeves hasheni ta'aseh ben ha'arba'im. So prepare one lamb in the morning and the other towards the evening, together with a grain offering, etc., etc. So Ben Pazi, this rabbi, suggests that this particular verse should merit to be at the top, along with, or should override or supersede Shema and Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha. And I was speaking to 3 ninth grade girls yesterday about this, and I said, why do you think that one won? And so I just want to name in the names of Layla and Mayan, who are my 9th graders that I learn with once a week. They said, well, it's kind of interesting because Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha and there was another one that they were playing with. Oh, the other one in a different list is about all of us being created in God's image, B'dmut Elohim. So they said, so 2 of them, Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha, and seeing that people are in God's image, those are somehow interpersonal. Like there's something that's not only about the self, but there's something about interacting with others. So that was what Layla and Mayan said. I noticed that at hakeves ha'echad ta'aseh b'boker, the morning offering and the afternoon offering is so concrete and lived. Take this animal and sacrifice it morning and evening. Now, all of us are, I hope, very far removed from this particular act, but all of us have some sense of what it means to be engaged in routine practice of anything, let alone our religious lives. We know, Malcolm Gladwell has written on this extensively, I'm not telling us anything new, that the amount of time we put into practicing something both shapes our competence in it, is 10,000 hours, if you haven't seen this. The Outliers, is that what it is? I think so. But the nature of religious life, or of a life committed to anything, is about regular practice and engagement in it. So we had a beautiful Shavuot, we'll have meaningful Yemei Kippurim and Rosh Hashanah and Pesach Seders, and they're awesome and important, but many people interpret this particular verse as being not about those special moments that bring us somewhere to a new height emotionally, although those are, as I said, really significant. The real work is the Tuesday morning at 7:12 when you turn on your computer and log into Zoom or show up in a building that is a reflection of a set of values and commitments. So Rabbi Hamilton spoke to you, Ben, saying choice that leads to commitment that still feels like choice is the ideal, modeling off of root. And in some ways, this daily sacrifice is the same thing. Ruth had a moment when she commits to Naomi and to Judaism, but it's the continuation of the daily gathering of that barley to lead to having harvest that was really the work. So I bless all of us, myself included, with the capacity to see that, to both deeply appreciate the Shema Yisrael moments that kind of, I don't know, Shema Yisrael, we say it at the very, very end of Yom Kippur at Ne'ilah, and if you're not staring at your watch, that has the potential to be a beautifully religiously intense moment, but these types of moments that are, whatever today's May 30th, whatever the date is, those are the moments where we really ultimately become who we are through our integrated practice. And I just pray for all of us that that's a continued part of our religious and personal journeys. And I said it on Shabbat, and I just feel grateful to have been able to be a part of this community and this commitment that has allowed me to practice thinking about saying Torah at 7:30 in the morning, which I'm usually relatively coherent at this hour regardless, but the daily commitment that each of us makes to study and to engage with one another is really, really a blessing.